Hey Brickmaniacs, welcome back to another Friday episode of Brickmania TV. Landon's back.
I'm back. Not on vacation anymore.
Yep. Doing awesomeness.
How many episodes did I miss?
2.
What year is it? Okay, cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm back.
It's all good. We even had like the 2 minifigure-less designer studio episodes going up. So it worked out with Dan's war spite and everything, so that was awesome. So welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have a lot of figures to get to.
I do.
The people are excited.
Severe backlog of making figures.
Isn't it great? You take vacation and it's not like you really get a vacation, it's just more work waiting for you.
I had like work way ahead, so I was, the day before my vacation, I was here till like 5 a.m. No big deal. Cool.
Well, that's what keeps the minifigs stocked up on brickmania.com. So thanks for your sacrifice, but it's good to have you back. Anyways, back to more SitRep matters. Remember, we still have the 5% on in-stock building kit sale going on right now. Just use that promo code HASTE at checkout. That runs through Monday, 12/14. And that's because that runs up to those domestic shipping dates. So that will be the time to get your orders in if you want stuff to arrive for the holidays 2020. It is Huey week. I know it's an exciting one. We'll do kind of a double segment with it. We're going to take off here in a minute to go check in with the design room, and then we'll bring it back here and give it a nice spin on camera, go through the functions, etc. Got a cool poster pack, some other things to go over. So let's head on into the design room and see what Brickmania was up to this week. All right, Brickmaniacs, so we're starting our check-ins with the desk of Dan Siskin because, oh my goodness, the entire Vietnam lineup is like hanging out here on your desk, or at least a good portion of it. This is pretty cool. This is a lot of assembled models to have together all at once, Dan.
Yeah, this is 3 of my 5 contributions to the Vietnam Bricks month. And that's just part of it. I mean, we have a lot of models coming out this month. So January is going to be one of our biggest ever, and some of these will start pre-selling actually near the end of December. So get ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heck of a month. So the one that's leading off is the one that's on pre-order today, and that is the new Huey, finally back. Excited to see it. But then what do we have going on here? We'll loop back to that one. What are we looking at over here?
Yeah, that is the Kiowa. That's the OH-58, the original. This is the Vietnam era. This is the 58A. It will come with a little minigun. That was a modification they did. These are observation helicopters, and I think these pilots were tired of getting shot at. They're not being able to shoot back, so they did this experiment where they stuck a minigun just out the side, the rear side door, and gave them something to shoot back with. Yeah, that definitely adds a really cool look to this little helicopter. It's got some Little Bird vibes to it. Yeah, it wasn't typical for everyone, but we did find it. It's something that we keep coming back to, finding pictures of this modification. We decided to put it in the kit. It's the same basic model as the Kiowa Warrior, but of course it's a little bit modified because I guess it's less modified than the D model of the Kiowa Warrior. Yeah, which would make sense because it is indeed its predecessor. Moving on from there, so obviously we noticed the Vietnam camo on this beautiful creation. Right. This single seater, what is it? Air superiority bomber? Well, it's a tactical bomber, supersonic tactical bomber. So it wasn't air superiority. This thing was just meant to fly low under the radar of defenses, drop a nuke, and scoot out of there at Mach 2. So you don't want you're dropping nuclear bombs. You don't want to be hanging around. Don't mess. Yep. But in the Vietnam War, in the early part of the war, this was the go-to bomber when they were attacking targets. The U.S. Air Force was attacking targets in North Vietnam. These would fly in, drop their load of bombs on strategic targets, and then tactical targets, actually, technically, and then get out. So they were dropping bridges, doing things like that. It has the basic armament. It does come with quite a load of. You've got the bombs, the 500-pound bombs. They did start to once the North Vietnamese Air Force got a little bit more confidence up. They did start encountering MiGs, so they eventually replaced some of the bombs with Sidewinder missiles. Yep. So these guys had a little bit better chance of self-defense. This is a fast plane. It's not super great in a dogfight. It does have the Sidewinders. Does have has a 20 millimeter Gatling gun inside. You can see this is where the weapons bay would be. It's cool. Okay. Inside there, that's where the gun would be. So, and it actually has a little door that opens up. That's kind of cool that the gun is, otherwise there's a fairing on it. Bomb bay underneath it. The bombs are hanging outside the bomb bay because what they did in Vietnam is they actually put a giant fuel tank inside the internal bomb bay. Sure. And then put all the stores on the outside. And these are fuel tanks as well under the wings. So extend your range, keep the firepower. That's a cool way to do it. So it's single seat bomber. They did do a twin-seater version. They developed later. It started out as a trainer. Then they decided they would split share the workload so the pilot didn't have to do everything. So they actually made the guy behind sort of a weapons and then eventually a electronic warfare officer.
Cool.
Because they would, what these were called wild weasels, they would send them out with all sorts of like electronic countermeasures because the Soviets and the Chinese kept supplying more and better anti-aircraft artillery and missiles to the North Vietnamese army. And to counter that, they actually had these like special wild weasel, they call them. They were like electronic warfare specialists. They'd go in, they'd block, they'd jam the radars, and then the planes that followed in behind them would go do their attack runs or else attack the North Vietnamese anti-aircraft installation. So they could have anti-radiation missiles. So that's another model for a future date. But this is the first one. This is the one that, thousands and thousands of missions into North Vietnam. They ended up retiring these from service because they did so many missions and lost so many of these things.
Yeah, right.
And
like you said, it was not a dogfighter.
It was not a dogfighter. So they would send these things accompanied by F-4 Phantoms. So these would do the heavy lifting, and the Phantoms would do the fighting the MiGs. The MiGs really didn't stand much of a chance against this plane. They couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
So if these guys had any idea that they were being followed by MiGs, all they'd have to do is hit the gas.
And off they go.
See you later, guys. But then they changed their tactics and started attacking them head on. So you would get such short amount of time of warning that this thing's coming that the Russians would fly past, launch a missile, then they'd run away.
They're all over them. Yeah.
So they tactics changed. I think more of these were shot down by land-based.
Sure.
It was the MiGs were really, they were a nuisance, but they overall numerically these were more damaged by flying into the same target again and again and again, dropping bombs, iron bombs, unguided bombs. So this is the losses, the lessons learned in this changed the way that aerial campaigns were waged after that. So dedicated electronic countermeasures planes were made. Other I guess tactics were employed. Lessons learned from the lessons, hard fought lessons for F-105 pilots.
Yeah, definitely a very important aircraft, and I think just from a model standpoint, a lot of people are really excited to see a jetback in this camo configuration.
It's a beast of a model too. So it does come with the aircraft stand. You don't have to use the aircraft stand, of course. You can be taken off. Landing gear retract. They're in retracted mode right now. But, it does everything it should. Nice and sturdy. Very
swooshable.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. All right, so moving back.
Yeah,
right. Moving back over here, let's check in with the Huey, because this is the one that you guys can actually get your
right. This will be the
get your
first
pre-orders in for right now.
It does everything that the older Hueys did. Opening doors. This one, the main difference with this is I didn't have a budget. Before we were trying to keep it as cheap as possible, so I did a lot of shortcuts. That was sort of eliminated with this model. We didn't do those shortcuts. So made an effort to make it a little bit better. Has the guns, has a crew of 4 already included with the kit.
Yeah.
I did do a lot more detail work. So there are the seats on the side. The guns have the ammo chutes. It's basically everything that you'd want in a Huey. This
Opening
doesn't have
pilot doors.
Yep, the pilot doors do open, and that's the one thing that the previous versions didn't do.
Right.
Those pilot doors didn't open. I had to eliminate the way that the previous window was built in order to get those pilot doors.
Look at all that space in there. There's
you
room for a lot more than just your crew of 4.
11 figures will fit in there easily. You can cram more in if you're.
Oh man, that is so awesome. That makes you excited for some of the standalone minifigures that'll be on their way for Vietnam month.
Yeah. And there's printed parts that come with this. There's just none on this particular model. So.
Indeed, it is still in its prototype phase, but here it is, the new Huey. Go get your hands on it. Obviously, we'll have a designer's desk when it is ready to come out, but it is online now for pre-order. Dan, thanks so much for checking in. All right, so our next check-in is with Slam, and that's because we have this awesome World War II propaganda poster pack with 8 unique designs now available on Brickmania.com. So, Slam, when you're doing this, obviously you're using historical references to create this artwork, but what's it like taking the actual piece of artwork and then trying to turn it into Lego form?
It's pretty fun, Dylan. A lot of the design decisions are already made, so I get to jump in there and just take a look at what the artist was using. Is he using oil paint? Is he doing line ink work? And just mimic that as best I can. All those creative decisions are already made, so I just get to mimic it. in Lego form, and it's pretty cool. Like, we've got minifigures all over the place. You can take a photo of one in the right position and pose, or lots of photos, find the right one, get a good outline in it, and generate like something to match in there.
Yeah.
And then it's a matter of like, I can use Photoshop's oil paint tools, or I can use the watercolor tools, or the ink tools. Like, all the different tools are available to try and like weld it in there seamlessly and make it look like as much like the original poster as possible. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you absolutely captured kind of the original feel of this artwork while putting it into the Lego medium. So great job. This is a fun little poster pack, like I said, available right now on brickmania.com. Slam, thanks for checking in.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, and for our final stop here, we're checking in with Landon because we've got to come bother him. And we're going to figure out exactly what his name and backstory is for every single one of the figures sitting on his desk.
I don't think we have enough time for that.
Oh, is that not what we're going to do?
How about we take a look at this guy first? So this is from our Hollywood add-on pack, but then I've upgraded the head using the Doomsayer's Brewpub bartender.
Yeah.
And with that excellent new...
War Daddy got a makeover.
Right. With that excellent new hair sculpt that Amanda, MN Art Girl, put together. And then we 3D printed that in-house. So it's that cool, I guess the haircut style would be an undercut with a high fade, according to the internets. And I'm really liking how that 360 artwork turned out.
The blend is really
quite
good.
a bit of back and forth, and just getting this hairline to work, and just at really close to what is it, a 0 on the barber shop, and fading up to the number 1 or 2, I don't know. With that long hair, Evan in customer service, he has a similar haircut, so we were.
No, Evan, nonsense. That doesn't sound like him at all.
So he might have been a little bit of real life.
The model for War Daddy.
Modeling.
Wow, that's a place of honor amongst.
So I was really excited for how this one turned out. So that's what I've been working on recently, and yeah, I think it turned out great.
Yeah, definitely a sweet little upgrade. So this is exclusive to the Doomsayer Brewpub for now, but as we continue to expand 3D print, who knows what'll happen in the future. So to those of you who got in on the Brewpub, well, you can use it to upgrade your War Daddy if you want.
And we'll be restocking that Warpub at least one more time.
I hope so.
Down the road, Dan mentioned that. So if you missed out the first time, there's next time.
You'll get another chance. Very, very
2021
cool.
sometime we'll be restocking that.
Sounds like a plan. Landon, thank you very much for checking in. All right, so there it is. That is the Huey.
Wow, how'd you make it spin like that, Dylan?
Believe it or not, it does that on its own and can fly.
Free.
And it's free. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know where it's going. Yeah. Camera guy's like, what are you doing?
It's not free. It can't fly, and it's not
can't fly,
motorized.
it doesn't have a motor.
It's still awesome.
Dylan will show up at your house and build it with you, though.
Yes, that is.
If you ask him nicely, no, he won't.
One of the perks. Actually, I won't do that if you buy it. However, if you don't buy it,
Dylan's.
you never know.
Dylan's stunt double could be
might
talked
happen.
into showing up.
That guy's awesome. Dylan's stunt double is cooler than
Dylan's
he is.
stunt double's pretty cool. We've had him on an episode
He's
before.
a sweet guy. Yeah, but you guys didn't know it because they look
Really good stunt
That's how
double.
good of a stunt double it is.
So this helicopter does things, apparently, you were telling me.
Yeah, I love these sliding doors.
Yes!
Obviously, no add-on pack with this one, so we just get the door-mounted M60Ds.
It seems
those
like it's
awesome
it's
feed
missing
chutes.
some things.
You mean like all of the printing
Like
plus
all
its
the
crew?
printing plus like a full crew, which is awesome. It's going to be great. So stay tuned as this thing progresses and gets closer to the actual.
Yes, as it phases out of prototype phase. As Dan said, you can open the pilot doors now. There's a reconfigured windscreen for this bad boy.
Nice.
Otherwise, it has all the functions it should. Nice solid copter too,
Yeah.
right? Spinning it the right way.
There we go.
Cue the fortunate son.
Right. You
Huey's
need
back.
you need like 20 of those things coming in for a landing.
Yeah, this would be a fully loaded Huey to get a whole bunch of, but at the same time, I would love to see somebody do it. Remember, Vietnam month is in January, but our mock contest has already started, and I don't know how you could hope to win the mock contest without a Huey. No, you probably could. I don't know why I'd say that.
Just
but
make a cool mock.
Yeah, just make a cool
Just
mock.
make one. You got good odds. There's not like a million people playing this contest.
There will definitely be more for Vietnam than there was
Yeah.
for the Cold War thing, though. Yeah, this will definitely be a more popular one, but at the same time, still cool. The prizes will still be awesome. Who knows what the next mock contest will be, so who knows what the prize is related to. But for now, you get this one. Look at it. Look, I think there's even is there another door here? Yeah, look at that. Look how open that interior can get. That's so cool. It's such a well-designed kit. I can't wait to see it with all its printing.
Yeah, it's
Obviously,
cool
this
that
guy's
it's
going to add
back.
some minifigures. Yeah, right?
You know, it's like licensing stuff is tough to work through, and we're pretty pumped that we finally got this thing back.
And like we've said in the past, remember, just because you get a license with a company that makes one cool thing doesn't mean you get that cool thing necessarily. You have to work for each individual license for the different various things that they make. And so it was, the Huey one was a long time coming through us ever since our partnership with Bell. And so, yeah, we're very happy to have it here. And then Dan obviously wanted to bring it back, the no holds bar Huey.
Right.
You know, we went all out. We're going to go all out with the printing, etc. Check out those renders. Look at that crew, and this will be a heck of a way to kick off Vietnam Month.
Absolutely.
Very, very fun. Moving on from there, we talked with Slam.
Yeah, I'm really liking the style pack. It's
Yeah.
a cool rendition. Just awesome having those Lego minifigures kind of dropped into their real life posters. So.
I think that this is low-key one of my favorite Homefront bricks release. You know what I mean? Because we did a lot of the Homefront stuff that we saw was, I mean, you did Rosie, which is from World War II Homefront, but otherwise it was, you know, the Sherpa, the H-125, kind of modern stuff that helps us, you know, here in the States. This is kind of a cool harken back to the World War II era of stuff that you would have seen all over the place, given that time of in our country.
Yeah, so this is probably one of the really awesome way to bring a lot of character to your builds. You put a few up of these around on the streets of your diorama or your mock, and you know, you got a lot of life added. So
yeah, and I think
really cool.
seeing that old artwork translated into just like the Lego minifigure, stud sayings, the little puns and jokes and whatnot on there. It's a fun little pack. So pick it up. There's 8 pieces included, all unique artwork designed by Slam.
Yeah, he just made these in the last little bit here. So
Hot off the printer presses. So there you have it. One pre-order, one new release, 5% off in-stock building kits with promo code HASTE. Remember, we do have that shutdown coming, the 24th through the 4th. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a skeleton crew here on customer service, and then our production, printing, etc. will be closed during that time, so you won't see any direct restocks. However, marketing will still be active. We'll be doing some stuff on social media and putting out some pre-orders, etc. So we'll still have some interaction going on, but otherwise it'll be a little bit more of a quiet time to end the year for Brickmania, which, I mean, I know you just got back from vacation, but still.
I need a vacation for
my
my vacation.
It's something to look forward to for sure. So you've got like some ridiculous amount of hours put in, so I think that you're okay to have a couple of weeks off in a month every once in a while.
Sure, why not?
But then that's it.
That's it.
2021, not missing a day. Weekends too.
Yep, back to the cryogenic stasis design chamber.
Right, exactly. When Dan's done with him, he just hits a button. It's like one of those trap doors. Wait, no, I didn't eat lunch! And then out he comes the next day. So, yeah, check those holiday shipping dates, especially for domestic customers, so that things are arriving on time for the holidays. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
Yeah. We'll see you on Monday.